Alright, boys, we made it. The playoff content is here. Let's do some Pacers Bucks. As the title suggests, I think Giannis is going to have to go insane for the Bucks to win this series. No, he doesn't have to shoot 100% from the field. That's impossible, but you know what I mean. While I would love to be wrong here, I'm not banking on Dame coming back. I mean, everything we've ever seen about blood clots suggests at minimum you're out for months. And yet there's this could he come back stuff going around. I'm not going to bank on it. If it happens, great, but okay. If he does come back, then all this gets thrown out of whack, at least somewhat, but what am I going to do? With that said, the Bucks, they've won 7 in a row. Bobby Portis is back. Kevin Porter Jr., yes, we all know his off-the-court stuff. You can Google all that. It's bad stuff. But as far as his impact for the Bucks lately, you can't deny it, man. I mean, he has given them another ball handler in the last 5 especially. He's been a scorer for them. And he's making good reads between having a nice two-man game with Brook or like running a screen with Giannis and then timing the kick out right when the help defender collapses. I imagine Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be dealing a lot with Nembhard in this series, and that's a handful. I mean, since January 1st, which is really when this Pacers season turned around, when Nembhard and Nesmith have been on the court together, they've got like a 110 defensive rating, which is very good. I feel like I'm already getting sidetracked. I think the story of this series, on one end it will be, can the Bucks deal with the spacing and the drive and kickness of Halliburton and this whole Pacers team? And then on the other end, how crazy does Giannis have to go? How aggressive do the Pacers get with their help defense? And then is there enough talent around Giannis? The Bucks are going to be relying on, Brook, who has been scoring more inside lately, and Ryan Rollins, who I love his role player energy whenever he's out there, and he also did have some scoring games lately. Kuzma, okay, let's just start with Giannis. So I'm going to guess it's Siakam who's got the primary thing. Sure, you can go with Miles Turner, and you can put Siakam or a wing on Brook. Teams do this regularly. The Pistons just tried it with like Duran on Giannis, some in their game they just played. If Nesmith ends up on Giannis, he's going to fight him like hell, but there's a size difference there. Really just what I'm wondering is how aggressive will the Pacers get with collapsing inside on Giannis? Drives, screens, anything, it's Giannis. We know what it looks like. And also Giannis's assists have been going really, really crazy lately. For a few years now, the Pacers have been reluctant to give up a whole lot of three-point attempts. Like this year, they give up the 7th least amount of three-point attempts per game. I mean, 2 years ago, they were giving up the least by a wide margin. They've normalized a little bit, but if they don't bring enough help on Giannis, he might just score 40 every game and have Siakam and Turner just rack up fouls. So we'll see there. Again, Giannis's assists have been going crazy lately, and then it just becomes, between Brook, Kuzma, Prince, Trent, KPJ, AJ Green, Rollins, Portis, like is the shooting as well as just attacking off the dribble talent with Dame not here enough for this Bucks team? The energy has been great with the Bucks lately, no doubt. And again, they've got to do this against a Pacers defense that has been good for a minute now, especially when Nembhard is on the court. I do wonder if Carlisle's going to end up playing Nembhard like 40 minutes, just being like, I need a reliable defender out there at all times. And that's kind of where I think about Mathurin. Although to be fair, with Mathurin, you're more so talking about his minutes compared to like Nesmith as opposed to Nembhard. We'll also see with Giannis's mid-range, which the Pacers will concede. I mean, Giannis shot about 45% on those for the season. And as far as the last game these teams played, some of the times he got Miles Turner on a switch, he was comfortably getting into his mid-range. But yeah, let's go to Kevin Porter Jr. because he has effectively been like the other ball handler and shot creator for these guys lately. He's going to have his opportunities around screens where maybe it's Miles Turner protecting the basket against him, playing more typical drop, I would imagine. It's going to be Nembhard, I'm guessing, a lot of the time fighting around these screens. You could see TJ if the minutes line up. You could see Nesmith on switches, or maybe he's going to be on him. It's going to be a challenge. I mean, yeah, Miles Turner is not the same rim protector that he was years ago, but even so, I'll keep on saying it. This Pacers starting 5 has been good defensively for a minute. I'm sure KPJ or Giannis would love to get the Halliburton switch as much as they can. Yeah, that's also going to be a theme in the series. Can Halliburton not get picked on defensively, whether that's avoiding the switch altogether with like hedging and recovering, or you do the thing where when your guy goes up to set a screen, you just do a series of quick off-ball switches to where somebody else is now guarding that guy going up for the screen. We shall see. But yeah, Giannis is going to go crazy. And also, and I think I implied this, but I'll just say it, I'm guessing the Pacers will not play as aggressive of a defense on anybody else running a screen action in this series, whether it's Kuzma trying to get downhill, KPJ. Like, they're going to play those more just straight up 2-on-2. If they've already got to bring a bunch of help on Giannis, they're not also going to do it for like Kevin Porter Jr., Bobby Portis. You get what I'm saying. Although, as I mentioned Portis, I do wonder, like, Bobby Portis, what if he has an opportunity to just, like, cook on switches in this series, or he's going to have moments of just beating, like, Siakam or Turner if that's how the matchups end up. I mean, Brook might have opportunities against switches in this series. Can he turn back the clock some, which he has been doing in some of his games recently with, rolls and putbacks and hook shots and post-ups, but Brook's going to take threes, we know that. As far as the other side of the floor, they are going to have a combo, I'm guessing, of Taurean Prince, Kuzma, and possibly some Rollins, Trent, or KPJ on Hallie. I suppose it's possible you could see Andre Jackson, but he hasn't played in a while. Or been in the rotation in a while, I should say. The way I'm picturing this for the Pacers is Halliburton, a lot of the time, is going to run a Pacers thing, right? Whether it's, throw it to Turner and then sprint to the screen and then get downhill off of that, or a double screen, or pushing off of a make or a miss, or Nemhard or TJ doing any of this as well. And I feel like Brook is going to help off of most likely Miles Turner. Although you could try putting him somewhere else, I guess, if it becomes a problem for you. And then Halliburton's going to swing it to Turner. And then if he's open, he's going to take the three. And that's a question right there. How willing are the Bucks to concede Miles Turner threes? I mean, in their last matchup, he took 10 threes, and a lot of them were very open. And then if the closeout comes, he's going to swing it to whoever, and then we play the Pacers drive and kick and relocate game versus the Bucks closeout game. We'll see if the Bucks can survive all that. I mean, if they can through switching rotations, and then the game becomes a little bit more of like, does Halliburton make floaters versus Brook dropping back? Does Halliburton make a step back three? Does Siakam make enough tough twos or convert in ISOs? Or does Hallie cook enough in ISOs? Then okay, then the game becomes more so, do they make enough shots and not we're giving up easy layups or open threes? And if the game does become that, then I do think you're looking at Mathurin more. And again, we'll see what Mathurin looks like defensively here, but yeah, he can just give them shot creation and tough shot making that a lot of their other role players just can't really provide. But he can be inconsistent and also not always read the floor that well. And TJ and Obi will do their thing off the bench for the Pacers too, but for me, Mathurin, I mean, he's been the X-factor guy for the Pacers for me for a minute now, and that'll continue into this series. I think the Bucks will see just how successful they can be with helping off of like Nemhard and Nesmith. Both of those guys are good. Nesmith more of a shooter, Nemhard more of a playmaker. They will dare Siakam to beat them from three. Siakam has actually not shot well from three for a whole playoff run since he started really shooting threes, and I'm guessing that's how Giannis will try to be the free safety defensive player, most likely playing off of Siakam. But you can't just ignore Pascal. He's too talented. He will take space that you give him. He will also just drive at Giannis sometimes. I do also want to talk about the Bucks' zone defense some. Of course, you're not going to see it a whole lot, but they did just terrorize the Wolves in the fourth quarter with it, and when they played many months ago against the Pacers, they did also use it, and they did have success with it. That was the second half of that game. I would like to believe the move is you get Siakam around the free throw line, and then maybe an off-ball screen around that as well. Just give him something to worry about. If somebody on the Bucks can prove to just bother the hell out of Halliburton, like pick him up very early on possessions and all that, and you don't get burned on it, then that'd be cool. I will say, of course, I have not seen every Bucks game this year, but the ones that I've caught when Ryan Rollins has been guarding like a really good player, you will sometimes pick guys up really early on possessions. And for Halliburton, I mean, he's going to have to just cook sometimes. I get it. He's pass first. Pacers, they have a whole offensive thing built around his passing. But also, he's going to have to just cook against like Kuzma or Prince or whoever in half-court possessions. I'm sure Hallie would also love to force Brook into some switches. Anyway, who am I going to take? I think I'm going to go with the Pacers. It feels like 6 games, but I am going to give Giannis a chance to push this thing to maybe a Game 7. I will give Giannis a chance to win the series for the Bucks, but I do think the Pacers are just a better team. And with how much the Bucks are going to need, again, from like Kevin Porter Jr., Bobby Portis, Kuzma, it's just tough for me to get there, man. But I'll try to map out the way it would happen. I feel like it would have to be like, I mean, I suppose Kevin Porter Jr. just cooks on screens all day and just makes enough tough shots and pull-up jumpers and beats like Nemhard or Nesmith in one-on-ones. The other idea is like maybe he does that for a game or two, and then one game like Gary Trent Jr. makes like 7 threes. Another game it's maybe Brook just kills him in the post for one game, and then another game it's Taurean Prince makes like 6 threes. I don't know. And then as all this is happening, Giannis drops like, I don't know, 36 a game or something crazy. So anyway, yeah, I'll take the Pacers.